Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the geometric design series. Today, I'll be taking you guys through the vertical alignment and also the super elevation calculations. So, what you're looking at on this screen right here, these two are essentially the profile views. So I'm going to show you how to produce these, and then from that, um, create your vertical alignment as well as your super elevation. My laptop is a lot choppier than usual, but okay. Uh, so with that in mind, let's let's get started. As long as my laptop decides the same. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go to our horizontal alignment. So this was done in the previous episode. You can go back and rewatch or watch if you haven't, and see how you get to this point right here with all the labels and everything. So you're gonna click on your horizontal alignment. So we're first gonna start off by um, doing our super elevation calculations. So, provided that there are curves on your road, you'll be then able to um, produce calculations for the super elevation for your road. So, how you'll do that, you'll click on your alignment. So, you'll notice the options on your ribbon will change. So, under modify, you'll go to your super elevation. You'll click on that, and then on this option right here, the first one, which says calculate slash edit super elevation, you'll click. Now, it will give you this box. It says the alignment does not contain super elevation data. What would you like to do? So we're going to click on the first one. Let's calculate super elevation now. Okay, so now you get to this point. Now, we're on the first section which says roadway type. So now this is where now you're going to decide on your roadway type. So the one we are using currently is this one, which is undivided crowned. I will elaborate more on this as we get to a later episode. But essentially, this is your standard, typical cross section for your road. And then pivot method, center baseline. There's no need to change anything here, so all is well this side. And then once you've selected this, you click on next. Now it talks about lanes here. Now your lanes, so you see type undivided crowned. Pivot is your center baseline. So now on this side, it tells you the number of lanes, right? The option for symmetric roadway. Do check this because obviously it's gonna be the same on either side. And then under normal lane width. So here you're gonna put in the lane width that was given to you as per your criteria, your design criteria, which is your 3.7. And then your normal lane slope, also known as your camber, it says -2 as default. You can leave it as that. This is the correct and is indicated in your criteria. So once you've done this, you can click on next. Now we're on the shoulder control section. Now shoulder control, the exact same thing. So you'll focus on this side, which is the outside edge shoulders. We don't have any inside median shoulders. That's more on the lines of your highway type roads and the likes. But since we're dealing with a rural road, the standard locals, we're gonna deal with this one right here. So outside edge shoulders, you're gonna click on calculate. Normal shoulder width, you are gonna use you're gonna use the exact same one that was indicated to you in your design criteria. If you could just give me a second to find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm so sorry. So our shoulder width is 3. So you're gonna input 3 there, and then your normal shoulder slope. Again, go back to design criteria, and um, input that to 3%. and then all the other things here you don't need to change. And then once you're happy, you click on next. Now attainment, this is just more of standards based, so there's not really anything to change here. So once you've got to this point, you just no need to change anything. And then once you're happy, you click on finish. And now once this operates, you'll see it gives you this table. Now this is your super elevation. Okay, so it gives you all the values. So curve one, it gives you transition in region. It gives you the starting station for each point. So start point, end point, or end station, your length, overlap, and then on and on and on and on and on. So you can go through these. I won't touch too much onto this because, especially for the curves, it's more repeated. So it gives you a transition in region. Within it, there's your run out and your run off, and then transition out. It's more or less the exact same thing. So we will also um, generate. This will also form part of your profile view, which we are gonna get into now. So I'll show you how to get this. So you can exit. So you click on this. So now that we have our super elevation data, so your alignment is still selected, you are then gonna go to under launchpad. So provided that you still have this menu, um, from the fact that the alignment, your horizontal alignment has been selected, you'll go to launchpad. You're gonna go to surface profile. Now this is where you're now gonna prepare our vertical alignment for the resource specifically. So you'll click on surface profile and you will be met with this box right here. Now, uh, here on alignment, so you're gonna choose the road you're working with, or it has been chosen for you already because you'd have selected it. And then on the right side of it is your surfaces. So you'll click the surface that applies, and then you'll click on add right here. Now this will let you then create a profile view for that alignment. So profile view is essentially the, how can I put it? It's like a cost. It's like a, how can I put it? If you were to cut your surface along your alignment and view it from either the left side or right side, that is how it would look like. So it shows the different elevations of your surface at that alignment. And then you'll go here where it says drawing profile view. So be careful not to press OK. If you want the actual graph like the one I've shown you in the beginning, you're gonna click on draw in profile view. You click on that and you'll be met with this box. So you are then gonna be met with this box right here. General, so select alignment, it's already been selected. Profile view name, you can change the name to your liking. I'm just gonna say SRS profile, and then profile view style and layer. There's no need to change these. That's fine. Then once you're happy, you're gonna click on next. And now this talks about your station range. So automatic covers basically the entirety of the alignment. So you can leave it at this. If you want to specify, it's up to you. But for the purposes of this video, we are gonna use the entire alignment. So leave it automatic. You click on next. And then your profile view height. So here automatic. So this will pick up the highest and the lowest. So maximum minimum elevations of that um, of your surface at that alignment. So you can leave it. You can leave it at this. Again, same as the previous option. If you want to specify a range, you can do that. But I advise you leave it at automatic, and then you'll click on next. And then this talks about profile display options. No need to fiddle around with this as yet. You can click on next. And then data bands, essentially where do you want your data to be, top of the graph or top of profile or bottom. Leave it at bottom, so leave it as is. Click on next. Hatch options. Now, this allows you to show your cut and fill areas not needed as of yet, so you can go ahead and just click on create profile view. Now I advise you to when you generate your profile view, so you'll see on your screen it says select, oh goodness, so it says select profile view origin. So I advise you to click as far away from your surface or from your work as possible, because especially with such a long road, it will create a much bigger profile view as compared to these two smaller ones, which are these two roads right here. So let's say I want it here. So you click the origin on where you want your profile, and as you can see already, about to it's just about to overlap this one. So let's see if we can actually move it. So let's click on the profile, and then okay, so we're gonna go to home and then move uh base point. Let's just click here. Okay, we are able to move it, thank goodness. And then we'll leave it there. Right, perfect. So it won't affect your 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 your, your actual profile. So we have this. So this is our profile view. So what you're looking at here, it's essentially the vertical alignment for the surface, not for the road itself. I hope that makes sense. So now we then need to create the vertical alignment for our proposed road. So how we'll do that, you're gonna click on the profile, and then you're gonna right click, not right click, I'm so sorry. You're gonna go up here. So the options will change again. Under Launchpad, you'll go here where it says Profile Creation Tools. You'll click that, and then you'll be given this box. So alignment is pre-chosen, and then name you can change to whatever you want. Uh, and then description, there's no need. Profile style, you can leave as is. Uh, Profile label set, you can leave. In fact, you should leave because this will actually show some very important pointers for your profile. And then design criteria, you can leave this as is, and then you click on OK. Now you'll be given this small box right here. So this is where now all the tools are given to you to then draw your profile or your vertical alignment. So if you go to the very first option right here, which says draw tangents without curves. So you click on the drop down. So you're given these options, your draw tangents with curve, and this one, your curve settings. If you click on that, you'll see that it will allow you to change your vertical curve settings. Now, this ties in again with your design criteria. It will either be given like a minimum or maximum length or your K values. So please do check that. So for curve type, select curve type, you'll leave it as parabolic. If it's not here, then you can just change. And then crest curves and side curves, so you'll input the length or K values required. So in this case, the K values for crest was 6 to 80, and then for segs, it's 60. These are the minimum values, by the way. What this will do is actually give you the exact number throughout. So any curve you generate within this profile, it will keep the K values at 80 and 60, depending on what type of curve it is. So you're gonna click on OK. And then once you're happy, you'll go back to that first icon, the drop down, you click, and now you're gonna draw tangents with curves. And now from this point onwards, you can actually start drawing. So I'm actually gonna start, let's say here. So I'll start at the same point the surface starts. So now the whole idea of drawing your vertical curve or your vertical alignment for your road, it ties in with your cut and fill. Now, my advice is do not necessarily follow the exact route or the exact layout your for your road, you need to be a bit strategic. Uh, so cut and fill. So you wanna decide where are you gonna be using some of this material. So let's say for example, if I want my road to go through like so, I haven't clicked yet. So if I wanted to go straight through, that means the ground that's above my line could be recycled and it can be used in that small space. But you also need to use it sparingly, and also you need to um, properly plan out your vertical curve. So what will happen is you've clicked on one point, and let's say I want my first curve to be here as an example. So you can click that, and then so what will happen is once you've clicked, you'll see it generates a curve. I'm not sure if that's visible. I'll zoom in slightly, maybe here, and you'll see a curve is generated. So again, it stays or it keeps to your key values. Every curve you generate uh, will keep to its either crest or seg key value. So let's say I want my road like so, going slightly down, and then maybe another one going up like so. I'll stop here. So once you've clicked your last point, you press enter, and then you'll see if I press exit here quickly. So this is this is our this is our vertical alignment. So you'll see if we go to the labels up here, so this is our curve. Okay, though it's not visible, this is actually a curve. You will see that on top here, it gives you the labels. So it shows you on this side, it's the beginning of vertical curve, its chain age, and then end of vertical curves, chain age, and elevation, I believe. Yes, this is elevation. And then on top here, high point station, high point elevation, and then point of vertex. So this is the intersection. Yeah, this point actually your PI, its station and its elevation, your K value. So it gives, so again, because you set it at 80, it keeps to the exact amount. Remember, this is just the minimum, so you can go slightly above. It's more just trial and error and personal preference as well. But remember, don't make it too high. So probably it's unrealistic. And then LVC is your length of your vertical curve. So you can also adjust. And then you'll notice also on each of these, on each tangent, these small markings here. So this is essentially your grade for that line. So again, I think you're also given a maximum and minimum grade for your road. So please do check for these. If they don't lie within, then do some necessary adjustments. For example, if this is too small, what I can do is maybe click at this point and then bring it, I don't know if I'm able to, okay, this changes the length of the curve. So to change the grade, you'll click on your PI, which is up here. So this point, you can click on that, and then you can pull it down or pull it up. Again, this is heavily dependent on uh, your criteria, and you'll see it's now taken down to 1.13. Let's see if anything has changed here. Okay, the curve length has changed. Our key value is still the same, and I think that's just about it. But yeah, this is the whole gist of your vertical curve. So I want to play around with this a bit. So let's click on our profile again, and then if we go to our profile view properties, you can even right click. There are many ways to access this. So if you right click and say profile view properties, uh, okay, so this talks about, again, this is an option that we skipped. So if you want to hatch your cut slash fill areas, you can click on either one or both to see which one, or actually, I recommend you also show both, just as a way to then see how or see what you're working with. So upper boundary is your ground line, lower boundary is your road alignment, and then for fill area or fill material, it's vice versa. Let's see if we hit on apply. So this should actually preview. Okay, so it previews. So far it's previewed the fill. So the fill is in green, and then your cut is supposed to be in red, but I do not see it here. Let's see if we change these two for cut. So if I say apply, okay, it's not visible. Let's take it back to how it was prior. And okay, click on apply. We'll click on OK. And then oh yeah, there we go. We just had to zoom in. Right. So yeah, due to how big this road is and the tiny grid lines, um, this is your cut area. You'll see your cut is a lot more than your fill, which is the green section right here. There is a way to actually remove these grid lines. So if you click on your profile and then you right click, let's edit profile view style. So here it talks about clipping your grids. So clipping is essentially chopping it to or stopping grid lines to a certain profile, either your ground line or your road itself. Let's see if we can. So if we remove this unclips. That doesn't mean that the grid lines are removed entirely. Information, display. Okay, so under display, we have our graph title, left axis. Okay, yeah, we just have to scroll down. So the same option that you get from the first episode, which is your surfaces. Go watch that. So grid horizontal major. If we click on the visible section, if you switch this off and hit apply, Okay, so it has removed something. Let's do the same thing with minor. Okay, so and then let's remove all and hit apply. What are you doing? Hit apply. Okay, and press OK. And as you can see, all our grid lines are removed. And you can see, so your blue line is essentially your road alignment. And then this line right here, this is your ground line. And then the hashed areas are your cut/fill. Okay, one more thing I actually did not show you is how to put your super elevation. So your super elevation will actually show right below your profile. So let's see if we can get that to appear. If we go to profile view properties, and then profiles, information. Okay, right. So under your profile view properties, under bands, so you click on bands, and then band type, you're gonna go to super elevation. Super elevation, and then band style, type, so divided with 2 crowns, and then you have to change this because remember, this is also, it ties in with the super elevation calculations that you made. So if you used undivided with shoulders, that's the style, that's the band style you should choose. So this is the one we have. And then if you say add, you'll see we have this baby right here. So once this is in, there's no need to do anything else. We'll just click on apply and then press OK. And then as you can see, if we just press exit quickly down here, super elevation. So this does, so you see this shows you, this shows you your super elevation. Yeah, this is essentially it. Let's see if we can get the labels removed. Okay, label group. If you right click and then edit band style, display, band, band heights, okay, user specified. We can use automatic. What will happen though? Okay, nothing much will happen. Display again, the same thing. You can show certain features, you can omit certain features. Uh, but yeah, this is pretty much it. So yeah, this is all. So again, so this procedure will follow. So you do the exact same thing with every single road right here. I am gonna put elevation or super elevation for these two, but for the purposes of this video, I will probably stop here. So yeah, I've shown you how to show your or display your cutter in the profile or in the profile view. You now have your vertical alignment for your road. You now have your super elevation data, which is shown right here at the bottom. And yeah, that is all, folks. So this has been episode 3. I hope this was useful and informative. Episode 4, we're gonna jump into the cross sections or your assemblies, and then hopefully I can also squeeze a bit of corridors into it. And yeah, be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Let me save. Take care, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.